I made my first ever cent of passive income 4 months ago, and last month, in May of 2021, I made $6,457 in passive income with a $0 capital investment. What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here with the first official episode of my series that I teased a couple weeks ago, Passive Income Starting from Zero. And I hope that introduction was clickbaity enough to keep you around for the rest of the video. And everything I said was technically correct, but I am a lawyer, so you know that there are some things that we need to elaborate on because they might not be as clear-cut as they seem. So let's start this series off with a bang and lay the ground rules. I'm going to display a graphic in the top right corner of the screen that is going to go over all of our metrics that are going to be the guiding principles in each video. The metrics I'm going to be keeping track of are the following. The month number. I first started my passive income journey in May of 2019. So this is month 25. But Tom, didn't you say that you made your first ever passive income cent 4 months ago? Yes, that is correct. But I started over 25 months ago. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is attorney Tommy John Kherkher, and I'm starting a video blog. In my first episode, I'm going to be analyzing the potential personal injury case against Dak Prescott. It just took me 21 months of consistently making content to make my first ever dollar. Next, the number of revenue streams. Apparently, the average millionaire has 7 streams of revenue, which is something I cannot even comprehend. But I guess I'm going to be keeping track of that and trying to diversify, hopefully. The next metric is outside capital invested. Now, this is different than just capital invested. For instance, if this channel generates $100 a month with YouTube Adsense and I then spend that $100 buying new equipment, that is not outside capital. And the reason for this metric is pretty simple. I don't want people to be discouraged by any perceived barrier of entry. I will tell you right now, the outside capital I have invested in my passive income streams is $0. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And finally, the last 3 data points we're going to display are last month's revenue, average monthly revenue, and total revenue. Now remember, revenue is different than profits. Just because you have a whole bunch of revenue doesn't mean anything if you can't keep it at the end of the day. Now that we have our metrics, let's define passive income. And I know this might not be the technical definition of passive income, but this is my definition of passive income, and that's all income generated outside of my main job, the practice of law, that generates revenue on a consistent basis that doesn't require a liquidation event. What I mean by that is buying a stock and holding on to it and selling it at a higher price, or doing the same thing with a real estate property does not count as passive income. Those are capital gains. But doing things that might not necessarily be passive still might count as passive income. For instance, I spend a whole bunch of time filming videos outside of the practice of law. I usually film early in the morning between 6 and 8 a.m. or at night, usually between 6 p.m. and midnight. So even though filming content pretty much takes up all of my free time, and I consider it a very active thing, because it is not my main source of income, I am categorizing it in the passive income area. And finally, now that we have the metrics and the definition of passive income, let's set a goal. My goal is that in 36 months, by June of 2024, I am generating $10,000 a month on average in passive income. Now let's get into why I'm creating this series. And it's pretty simple. 90% of the finance, passive income, guru YouTubers out there are totally full of shit. They are fake, they are disrespectful with money, they inflate money, they do all these things that I find unattractive and make people's expectations totally unrealistic. And then the 10% of YouTubers out there that are genuine, that I respect, that are great people, or who I think are great people, I've never met them, started their vlog or their journey when they already had tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in passive income. And I'm hopeful and optimistic that one day I could maybe join their ranks, but I want to start this series literally from zero because I'm only 4 months into the revenue generating process of building a passive income portfolio. Okay, so let's jump into it. As I told you earlier, this is month 25 on my passive income journey. How did I get to 25 months? Well, in May of 2019 is when I posted my first ever piece of content. And between now and then, some 25 months later, I have posted 404 videos to YouTube. And that might seem like a lot, and it is probably a lot, but that's because I am not a videographer. I'm not a content creator. Before starting YouTube, I didn't have any social media. I never had an Instagram. Well, I did have an Instagram, but I deleted it when I was in high school. I never really was into Facebook. I never was into Twitter. Still not into Twitter. Never really in the social media sphere. I started creating video blogs because I was a broke attorney who had just started his own law firm and kind of needed a creative outlet that, one, helped me in my career by providing me some form of credibility because I was making content, and two, it was free to make. So it was a good activity to do that could potentially help or at least kill time. And to be honest with y'all, ever since I started creating videos, I have fallen in love with this process. I think it is so much fun, and that's why I was able to create 300 plus videos with nobody watching or caring. In fact, in December of 2020, just 6 or 7 months ago, I had under 10,000 subscribers, and now I think I have 320,000 subscribers. So I've really seen kind of an exponential growth with my channel. And in January of 2021, just this year, I made my first ever cent in passive income. I made $127.09 in January from my YouTube channel. And then things got crazy from there. In February, I made $3,169.10. In March, I made $2,666.33. In April, I made $2,261.07. And in May, I made $6,457.07 just from YouTube. Now, I'm not naive. I think last month was the exception and not the norm. I think if the previous 3 months have any indication, my channel should realistically generate around $2,500 a month, at least where it's at now. And I think that is going to be the case for this upcoming month, pending some awesome video that hopefully we release, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm consistently making content, and I think my average view ratio or average views is around 15 or 20,000 views a video. I just post a lot of videos. But in May, we had a couple videos really take off. I think I had 3 videos that got in the hundreds of thousands of views. So that brings us with the first metric, number of revenue streams. YouTube AdSense is my only revenue stream. I've never taken a sponsor, I've never done a promotion, I've never sold a product. And quite frankly, that's because I don't want to dilute my brand equity. I love the idea of making money through YouTube and providing content is because it is free for y'all. It is free for the person. You don't need to sell anything. All you need to do is provide value and have something that people want to watch, whether it's entertaining or educational or whatever. As long as people watch it, the ads that run during the YouTube video is what pays me. It's not coming out of your pocket, which I love. And I'm lucky enough to have a full-time job as a lawyer to where I don't need to be in a position where I need to be taking sponsorships or sell products that would then dilute my brand equity. Now, full disclosure, I might sell things or diversify or give promotions in the future, just the right product or sponsorship hasn't come along yet. And I value y'all's trust more than anything. Now, quick deviation outside the world of content creation. Y'all know that I am actively looking for my first ever real estate investment property. This would hopefully generate passive income, but I have yet to find something. I think the market is totally out of control, inflated right now. Everything just seems so damn expensive. So as of right now, that's a 0, but hopefully within the next 12 months or so, we go on that journey together as well. But wrapping it up, as of right now, number of revenue streams, 1, YouTube AdSense. Next, moving on to outside capital invested. And this is probably going to be my favorite part of this entire video, because the outside capital invested in this is $0. That's because this entire thing started with this, the $60 or $70 Logitech webcam. But it's $0 and not $70 because I didn't buy this for making content. I bought this for my law firm. This is what I use to conduct Zoom meetings on, or what I did use to conduct Zoom meetings on. And my computer, which I also bought for my law firm, is what I use to edit on iMovie. But now, ever since money has been coming in, we have invested. And I bought all of that with money that has come in through YouTube. But it all started with this, and I have slowly built my way up. So if y'all take anything away from this series, just let it be that y'all don't need all the fancy gear to start. I am terrible at making videos, and I still think I'm terrible. We are just getting slightly better every single time, which is why I have made over 400 videos. And hopefully by video 1000, I can get to the level where some of these awesome YouTubers that I see are at, who have really high production and beautiful videos. I know I'm just not there, and I know that's just not my style, but I want to get there. Moving on. Okay, last month's revenue, as I said, was $6,457, which brings my total passive income revenue to $14,680.65. And if I divide that by 25, that comes out to $587.22 a month since starting. But remember, all of that is just revenue, not profit. And as y'all know, people who have been on my channel before, I'm committed to putting every dollar that I make off this channel back into this channel. So right now, my total profit is $0. I have spent or will spend every single dollar in the short term getting better stuff until I feel like we hit that point where we can take some money off the table. But we are definitely not there yet. Like I said, my sound isn't that great. We could go to different places for more interactive shoots, not just in my home studio and stuff like that. So revenue, not profits for right now. And while we're on that subject, I definitely think the best investment we've made so far is hiring the editor. We hired an additional editor last month. We're paying $2,000 a month for this editor to work on a 1099 basis, and it is allowing us to put out so many more videos. I put out 21 videos alone just last month, and that's maybe one of the reasons why we had the record-breaking month. I know we had a couple videos go really viral, but I mean, just the sheer quantity we were going to put out or did put out probably contributed to the chances of the videos going viral. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing to this channel if you want to be a part of this community. We just passed 323,000 subscribers. All right, y'all, see ya.